Lesson 3.4, Video 4. Now we're going to describe the change in the graph compared to x squared. Now remember, the function f of x equals x squared is a parabola where the minimum is going to be at the origin. It's like that. So let's see what happens here. We're going to talk about how it looks in the function notation, how transformations look in the function notation themselves. So if we plug in some values here, we have this function. So that's right here. We're supposed to plug in -3, and we're going to square it, and we're going to subtract 3, which gives us a positive 9. -3 quantity squared is 9, not -9. Make sure you use your parentheses when you're using your calculator. Minus 3 gives us 6. We plug in a -2 and square it, and that gives us positive 4 minus 3 gives us 1. Plug in a -1. -1 squared is 1. Minus 3 is a -2. Plug a 0 in and square it, just gives us -3. Now look what happens. I plug a 1 in, I square it, I minus 3, and I end up with -2 again. Plug a 2 in and square it, we get 4 minus 3, and we get a 1 again. And I bet you can guess what's going to happen on the last one. We get 6 again. Now I don't have the graph on this page, it's on the next one, so I'm going to make my own. If we graph these points, we have -3 and 6, which is about there. We have -2 and 1, which is about there. We have 0 and -3, which is about there. We have 1. Oops, I forgot -1. And -1 is -2. 0 is -3. 1 is -2 again. 2 gives us 1. And 3 gives us 6 again. So here's our function. Make sure you plug numbers in properly and do the math properly. Understand the parentheses, otherwise your graph's going to be messed up. But if we look at this, it kind of looks like the parent function, which we said has the minimum at the vertex, at the origin. This one looks like it has shifted down. If we count it, it looks like 3 units. And that's our observation that we make. Shifted down 3 units. Look at the next one. This is the function that they're asking us to do. So if I plug a 0 in, I get 0 minus 3 quantity squared, which gives us -3 quantity squared, which gives us 9. We plug a 1 in, and we square it. We get -2 quantity squared, and we get 4. We plug a 2 in, we get -1 squared, which is 1. Plug a 3 in and square it, and we get 0 squared, which is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. We square that. Now we're at 1 again. And it's going to work out for the other two. We will end up with 4 and 9 again. So if we graph that, I have 0 and 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 0, 9. 1 gives us 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 gives us 1. 3 gives us 0. 4 gives us 1. 5 gives us 4. And 6 gives us 9 again. So again, we're comparing it to our parent function, which we said looks like this. Well, this one hasn't lowered itself. It actually looks like it has shifted to the right. Three units. We'll talk more about this and how to interpret these things with our homework and so on. So this ends lesson 3.4, video 4.